Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. Here are the NBA regular season standings updates, game result, and the game schedule for tomorrow. For the game result, in the first game, the Chicago Bulls beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, with a score of 127-111. Kobe White was the top scorer for the Chicago Bulls with 25 points, followed by Josh Giddey made a triple-double performance of 23 points, 11 rebounds and 11 assists. Nikola Vucevic scored 20 points and 9 rebounds, and Isaac Okoro added 12 points. Donovan Mitchell was the top scorer for the Cleveland Cavaliers with 32 points, followed by Jalen Tyson scored 21 points. In the second game, the Memphis Grizzlies got their second straight win after defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves, with a score of 116-110. Jaren Jackson was the top scorer for the Memphis Grizzlies and made a double-double performance of 28 points and 12 rebounds, followed by Jock Landale also made a double-double performance of 20 points and 10 rebounds. Jalen Wells scored 17 points, and Cedric Coward added 13 points. Julius Randle was the top scorer for the Minnesota Timberwolves with 21 points, followed by Dante DiVincenzo made a double-double performance of 19 points and 11 rebounds. And here are the NBA regular season standings updates. For the Eastern Conference standings, the number 1 in the Eastern Conference standings is Detroit Pistons, with a record of 21 wins and 5 losses. The number 2 is New York Knicks, with a record of 18 wins and 7 losses. The number 3 is Toronto Raptors, with a record of 16 wins and 11 losses. The number 4 and number 5 is Boston Celtics and Orlando Magic, with a record of 15 wins and 11 losses. The number 6 is Philadelphia 76ers, with a record of 14 wins and 11 losses. The number 7 is Atlanta Hawks, with a record of 15 wins and 12 losses. The number 8 is Miami Heat, with a record of 14 wins and 12 losses. The number 9 is Cleveland Cavaliers, with a record of 15 wins and 13 losses. The number 10 is Chicago Bulls, with a record of 11 wins and 15 losses. The number 11 is Milwaukee Bucks, with a record of 11 wins and 16 losses. The number 12 is Charlotte Hornets, with a record of 8 wins and 18 losses. The number 13 is Brooklyn Nets, with a record of 7 wins and 18 losses. The number 14 is Indiana Pacers, with a record of 6 wins and 20 losses. The number 15 is Washington Wizards, with a record of 4 wins and 20 losses. For the Western Conference standings updates, the number 1 in the Western Conference standings is Oklahoma City Thunder, with a record of 24 wins and 2 losses. The number 2 is Denver Nuggets, with a record of 19 wins and 6 losses. The number 3 and number 4 is Los Angeles Lakers and San Antonio Spurs, with a record of 18 wins and 7 losses. The number 5 is Houston Rockets, with a record of 16 wins and 7 losses. The number 6 is Minnesota Timberwolves, with a record of 17 wins and 10 losses. The number 7 is Phoenix Suns, with a record of 14 wins and 12 losses. The number 8 and number 9 is Golden State Warriors and Memphis Grizzlies, with a record of 13 wins and 14 losses. The number 10 is Utah Jazz, with a record of 10 wins and 15 losses. The number 11 is Portland Trail Blazers, with a record of 10 wins and 16 losses. The number 12 is Dallas Mavericks, with a record of 10 wins and 17 losses. The number 13 and number 14 is Sacramento Kings and LA Clippers, with a record of 6 wins and 20 losses. The number 15 is New Orleans Pelicans, with a record of 5 wins and 22 losses. And here is the game schedule for tomorrow, December 19, Friday morning. In the first game, at 8 a.m., Charlotte Hornets vs Atlanta Hawks and Indiana Pacers vs New York Knicks. At 8:30 a.m., Brooklyn Nets vs Miami Heat. At 9 a.m., Oklahoma City Thunder vs the Clippers, San Antonio Spurs vs Washington Wizards, Milwaukee Bucks vs Toronto Raptors, and New Orleans Pelicans vs Houston Rockets. At 9:30 a.m., Dallas Mavericks vs Detroit Pistons. At 10 a.m., Denver Nuggets vs Orlando Magic, Phoenix Suns vs Golden State Warriors, and Utah Jazz vs Los Angeles Lakers. In the last game, at 11 a.m., Portland Trail Blazers vs Sacramento Kings.